Hello friends, again we are studying today in online teaching for kids, science subject class 5th. Today we are going to learn what is circulatory system. Circulatory system, okay. So do you know what is circulatory system? Okay, any idea? Any guesses? Yes, circulatory system is the circulation of blood throughout the body. Okay, so in this, see now we are going to learn this is a circulatory system. Circulatory system means circulation of blood from head to toe, okay, even through your hands, even through your legs, through heart, each and every organs. The blood flows from head to toe. The circulation of this blood from head to toe is known as circulatory system. It works through a proper system. Okay, this circulation of blood works through a proper system. Remember this. That's why it is called a circulatory system. Now you have to understand what exactly is the circulatory system and how it works. In circulatory system, basically a blood which flows from head to toe works in a proper pattern, in a proper process. It doesn't go like yeah, say you will go from head, it will go immediately directly to toe, from toe it will go to head, nothing like it. Blood goes through a proper channel. Okay, it is a proper channelized system. Like how the water goes through the pipelines, similarly our blood goes through a proper pipeline. Okay, this is known as blood vessels. Now understand this circulatory system. In circulatory system we are supposed to understand this, that this is our head part, right? This is our toe part. This is head and toe. Imagine this. Now the blood flows from basically from head to toe, as I have explained, mainly through the lungs and the heart. Okay, this blood flowing from lungs, heart, and through our whole part of the body in a proper channelized system is known as circulatory system. You know, blood vessels are mainly divided into two, that is artery and veins. Artery is the blood vessel which carries oxygenated blood or the pure blood. Vein is a blood vessel which carries deoxygenated blood or the impure blood. It has all the toxic materials, okay, as well as all the waste is there in your veins. And arteries have all the oxygen and the needed vitamin, minerals, and all the good things in our arteries. Okay, and the between these two arteries and veins, where the arteries and veins meet, is known as capillary. Capillary is a place where the arteries and meet. See, this is a diagram for this. Here, this is artery, this is a vein, here is the capillaries. Yes, they do meet each other at here. Here there is an exchange of material between these two. Okay, you will exchange all the toxin, oxygen, everything over here. The exchange happens at this capillary level. This capillary level. Got it? What I am trying to tell you? Okay, some exchanges happens at this capillary level, and these capillaries you will see near our organs, very important organs. Okay, like somewhat like liver, kidneys, heart, then comes lungs. Here the main system you will see capillaries. Okay, so this you have to remember first. Okay, now I told you before also that this is a vein, this is the artery, there are some capillaries, and the blood goes from here. Now in this circulatory system, what I am trying to explain you now, just try to listen. It is very important thing. Okay, you know that this lung, okay, in lung what we do with our lungs, what happens in our lungs, can you tell me? In lungs we inhale. First of all, we know the breathing process, right? We inhale what? We inhale oxygen. We inhale oxygen and releases carbon dioxide, right? What that oxygen when comes into the lungs through these bronchioles in these lungs, right? So this oxygen is there. Okay, we inhale the oxygen, and this oxygen, then what happens to this? This oxygen is circulated in all the lungs part, and whatever the toxic material and other gases are released, that is the deoxygenated air or the impure air is released from the lung in the way of carbon dioxide. So what we exhale is carbon dioxide, right? Okay, so the oxygen is inhaled, carbon dioxide is released through the breathing process. You know this? Very good. Now, similarly, this oxygen is there in our lung mainly and carbon dioxide is released out, right? This oxygen from the lungs, see this, goes to the heart, right? Goes through the heart. And lung is, you know, is in the upper part of the body. So goes through to the heart, right? And from the heart again through the aorta, here this is a left atrium, then left ventricle, then comes the aorta. From the aorta it goes to the rest of the body parts, okay, like the upper part as well as lower part. So the from aorta, which contains the pure blood or the oxygenated blood, it is carried from the aorta to the other parts of the body, and it covers whole body part, like from top to toe, okay. Now the again whatever here is oxygenated blood, right? Now again the exchange of things will happen over here in the body parts, in the tissue level, in the organ level, okay. Now this waste material and the oxygenated blood is carried through the veins again. Now see, you have got the oxygenated blood, every work is done, your intestine needs good blood, your kidney needs good blood, your liver needs good blood, all the organs and the muscles need good blood, pure blood, right? Now once they receive this blood, the work is done. If for doing the work they need all these things, right? Once the work is done, now they will release the toxic material. Once the toxic material is released, this is carried through the veins again, through the inferior and superior vena cava. Inferior vena cava carries the impure blood or deoxygenated blood from the lower part of the body. Then the superior vena cava carries oxygenated or deoxygenated blood or the impure blood from the upper part of the body to the right atrium. Okay, just remember this, to the right atrium. This is the right atrium. Now from the right atrium the blood goes to the right ventricle, okay, and from the right ventricle again the impure blood or the deoxygenated blood goes to the lungs, okay. Goes to the lungs. Here the purification again happens. Once the purification is over, the carbon dioxide is released from the lungs through the air, okay, and again then the pure blood or the purified blood through the arteries goes back to the heart. So this way the whole circulation system happens. Mainly understand this concept. Got it? I will explain you once again. This is very important to understand. Here the blood, okay, which contains oxygenated blood, the oxygen which we get it through the breathing, okay, the oxygen which we get through the breathing is carried by the arteries. These are the arteries from the lungs, which is also known as the pulmonary artery. Sorry, this is the pulmonary vein, okay. Because it is coming from the lung. This is the only vein which carries oxygenated blood, even though it is called as pulmonary vein. Understand this. This is the only exception. It is known as a pulmonary vein as it is coming through the lung. Okay, it is carrying a pure blood. And this one is a pulmonary artery. Remember this, which is taking the blood to the lung and it has impure blood. Okay, through the pulmonary artery it goes to the left atrium. To the left atrium, the pulmonary vein carries the oxygenated blood to the left atrium. From the left atrium it goes to the to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle it goes through the aorta to the whole part of the body which has all the oxygenated blood and everything, whatever vitamin minerals is needed in this artery, okay, in this pure blood, and it is transported to the whole body from head to toe. Now the oxygenated blood now the oxygenated blood from the is carried to the whole part of the body, to the tissues, every organs, right? And now the deoxygenated blood from this again whole part of the body is carried through the veins to the right atrium. Now this is which blood vessel, do you know? This is the inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. Superior vena cava carries blood from the upper part of the body. Inferior vena cava carries the blood from the lower part of the body. But they are vena cava. Remember this. These are vessels, veins. Remember this name. Superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. And now they carry the blood to the right atrium. From right atrium it goes to right ventricle, and from right ventricle through the pulmonary artery it again goes to the lung, where the purification occurs. And with the help due to this purification, again there is exchange of gases, plus exchange of all the materials required, and thus in short all the materials required, and this material again is transported into the body again. So this whole system is known as circulatory system. As I mentioned earlier also, pulmonary artery is the only artery, even though it is named as pulmonary artery, is the only artery which has a deoxygenated blood, that is impure blood. Pulmonary vein is the only vein which has the oxygenated blood, even though it is named vein. Why pulmonary? Because they are carrying it to the lungs. Why pulmonary? Again related to lungs. Everything related to lungs is named as pulmonary, right? This is a what? As I explained you, pulmonary artery, and this is the aorta. Remember that these are the parts of the heart. These are very, very important. The valves are there. That is how you will understand in next class. But the important thing you have to remember this circulatory system. Okay, this is very, very important. If you miss any of this step, you will not understand a single thing. Please try to understand this circulatory system. Watch a video again and again to understand what exactly is the circulatory system and how this works. Okay, so pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, aorta. Remember this. Then this is the right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. Then comes the aorta. Then this is the whole body part, and these are the lungs. Okay, so in this the whole we can understand this heart system. As I explained, right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. This is a big aorta. This is the inferior vena cava, superior vena cava. These are the pulmonary veins. Okay, so this is the most important structure of the heart. Okay, as I have explained, the exchange of material between the arteries and veins occurs at the level of capillaries. Okay, this is, you should remember, these are the branches of arteries are called as arterioles, branches of veins are called as venules, and there this is a small structure, mesh like structure, which is called as capillaries. Okay, so now to maintain the circulatory system in a good condition and to have a good circulatory system in our body, we need to have a healthy heart. And how we can keep the healthy heart? First, we should be physically very, very active. We should exercise daily. Walking, running, jumping, skipping is the most important. That means exercise is must. 8 hours sleep is must. Choose outdoor sports more. Watch less TV. Then eat variety of good food, healthy diet, avoid junk food, manage stress, sleep properly, and stay away from unpolluted places like where a lot of people smoke cigarettes, or places where there is a lot of fog or anything. Okay, now do yoga exercises, do jumping. Kids, like, you should do lot of jumping, skipping, running, walking. Then play outdoor games very much. This is very much needed in for a good heart system. Okay, so overall what have we understood? Circulatory system consists of heart, blood, and blood vessels. Okay, so mainly the circulatory system consists mainly of heart, blood, and blood vessels. Got it? Just remember this picture. Just remember this picture. If you remember this, you will remember everything of the circulatory system. Just remember this. This is very, very, very important. If you go through this 100 times and mark in your brain like a marker pen, as a permanent marker pen, you will never forget this circulatory system in your whole life, because this is very important. This will appear till your 10th standard and will be in more details. Right now you have just brief thing, but till 10th standard you will have lot of things. So remember this. Okay, if you didn't understood anything, please do write in my comment box, and please tell me if anything more I have to explain. I will do explain it. Okay, and don't forget to press like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.